Let's rank some mappers based on my shit taste and unreasonable points. This here is just gonna be daily routine for mappers since, you know, we always get shit on no matter what we do, so let's get right into it. We start off strong with a special individual, Apexa. He's quite an interesting guy, very peculiar lad is what he is, and some might call him very, very special. But do not be fooled, he actually has banger maps. Tequila and Vienna being prime examples of very nice tech maps. Both of these maps being some of my favorite tier 4 linears out there. Apexa is also someone that actually switches roles when using Hammer. You see, normally Hammer would abuse its user until they lose all motor functions or until they die from exhaustion. Apexa does the opposite and takes Hammer out for a walk on a very, very tight leash. Some of his maps were done in a very short period of time, just like our toys for example. Truly a map printer and an interesting mapper. A tier. Next up we got a legend on our hands, R-Block. I mean, come on, Kitsune 2 and all the mesas, you gotta pay respect to the classics. S tier it is, but to be fair, with all the different mesas out there, this kind of gets a minus point on the creativity scale. Nonetheless S tier. Yet again, we have one of the big boys, Granis. The dude simply does everything. Streaming, YouTube, being handsome, mapping, taking records, porting, and guides. I absolutely adore his Midsummer Before. It is absolutely goated flow-wise. I also love how Surf Series has an entire backstory behind it and the detailing matches it accordingly. I'd put him in A tier, but what makes Granis S tier in my opinion is his two best maps. Not only are they his two best maps, but also two of the best maps I've ever seen in my entire life. The second best being Surf XD. Every texture on this map being a literal XD, and the entire goddamn map itself is in a big XD. How can you not like this? But the best Granis map out there, without a question, without a doubt, is Surf Spike. I want to be completely honest with you guys, this map brought tears to my eyes. It really felt different when surfing it. The minimalistic detailing combined with a soft and elegant ramp placement just makes the map feel complete. Surfing the ramp in peace and quiet, not knowing when the end comes. It is almost poetic and so metaphorical. Stage 2 explores the concept of Stage 1 and overshoots the high expectations you have after Stage 1. What an absolutely beautiful, artistic masterpiece. Granis, let me please add Surf Spike as a bonus somewhere, please. S tier. Does the map name RST ring a bell? It's made by Cars, and I gotta be honest, I'm a really big fan of this detailing. I like the plain approach rather than sticking a billion models into a single stage. The lighting coming in through the windows adds this super nice and very, very important touch to the map that gives it such a special feeling, and I really adore it. But did you see that? Here, let me just rewind that for you real quick. Here, right here. Fucking ram strafes. The goddamn map is full of it. Ram strafes. I fucking hate ram strafes. F tier. Next up, we've got the one and only Otter. This mapper graced the tech community with another banger tech map called Bugs. Thank fuck there's more mappers out there doing tech maps. Definitely love me some spinny maps. I've already put a couple of hours into Bugs and I can't wait to play it again. It's really good. If we talk about Otter, we of course have to mention the elephant in the room, which is Surf Blackout. This map, and yes people, it is a map. If you think otherwise, you are wrong, because my opinion is correct. It is not a bonus, it is a map. Blackout is so goddamn good that I almost felt bad for cheesing the fuck out of it. The detailing is such a banger as well, the atmosphere is really something on this map. Gonna put Otter in the map tier. What do we have next? Eichhörnchen. I made an entire video about this dude. Go check it out by the way. So I'm not gonna talk about his maps because I already did that. But, Eichhörnchen, listen up mate. I will send the Hammer inspection crew over to you this November to see what progress you've made. If you prefer not having a steaming pile of shit in your sink, then you better comply, okay? Work in progress tier. Let's get another German out the way while we're at it. House Gamer. My favorite house map is Surf Fortress, and I don't really know why. I guess just the detailing and the gameplay style just suits me. But he's also got special maps as well. The newly released Surf Not So Generated is an entire new concept by randomizing the ramp positions with a program. Now, if I just say that, you know, a program randomly decides where to put ramps, you'd automatically think the map's gonna turn out complete dog shit. But this is not the case, and you should definitely go check out House Gamer's video on this. Little known fact, by the way, America lost the space race back in the day. It is not really widely spread cause they tried to suppress the information, but House actually did it first by mooning all the way to Venus. Also, thank you House for porting my map. He's gonna go to the moon. Next one is Kappa Eliitti. My favorite map of his is probably Nova. Absolutely incredible to surf, and it has a really nice flow and some intuitive shortcuts, just like the hole in the wall near the end. And I'm saying this as a tech player, so this map is actually enjoyable to run. Surf Luminaris kind of falls into the same category as Nova. Similar flow and equally enjoyable. Now, he's also made off-skill, and oh boy, I fucking hate that shit. Maybe because of all the b-hops, maybe because of all the tiny ass ramps, or maybe it's just a skill issue. And let's be honest, it probably is a skill issue. Don't hate the player, hate the game. And that is exactly what I'm gonna do. B tier. Another big boy coming up. Ardex, also known as Lucky Hardon back in the day, still my nickname in the bedroom, has a ton of fucking maps released, so I carefully picked a couple of them to talk about. Ardex has so much variety in his maps, it's crazy. Hot Wheels is a completely unique map that has the player 100% immersed in the theme. Also, if you have ever complained about the bottom of these ramps because you clip through them sometimes, then you are a pussy. Instant Death is another completely unique map, which mixes trick surf with skill surf in a really interesting way. Giving the player this much freedom in a surf map is incredible and so much fun. Almost as much fun as 1v1ing a friend on GG Super Tall at 4 in the morning. But if I talk about Hardex, I gotta mention the obvious one. The map that brought a new tier to the surf world. The hype around the map, the showcase, the time it came out, the detailing, the name of the map, it's just perfection. But let's talk about some of his maps that I don't enjoy. Brutalist because it's too hard, Jarkin 1 and 2 because I can't fucking pronounce their names, Ants Champs because Australia, Offsfist because of all the goddamn spin botters, Stonks because I lost all my money investing into crypto, and Surf fucking Summer for all the goddamn music on the stages that is driving me nuts. S tier. Next in line is Sneaky. I am truly convinced that this man is Satan. He created Surf Shade, which is so fucking hard that I don't even know who would want to play that shit. The ramps are so tiny, and just look at this shit in general, like what the fuck? He also made Bugs before, which is biologically related to Shade. Also Nocturne Stage 4, and holy fuck the last ramp. I know for a fact that Sneaky put this ramp bug there on purpose, just so that he can see people rage at it like I am right now. Also, he made Anubis. Sneaky, what is this? What on earth did you create, and what were you on when you did? I watched so many people on stream lose their mind on stage 3. Permanent psychological damage has been inflicted upon them. I do like Anubis and Zenith though. They're pretty cool. Nonetheless, Satan belongs in the hell tier. Now another mapping machine, Koga. This dude has so many projects laying around and maps so fast it's insane. My favorite Koga map is Surf Flow, and as the name suggests, it's because it flows fantastically. Why the fuck did I talk like that? But a new map of his is Surf Prismatic, which was inspired by Tronic, and I gotta say, I don't mind me some more Tronic-like maps. But there is one thing that I need to point out. Surf Dev's bonus 2. I don't know what he was thinking when doing this, but this is more than torture. It's worse than torture. A long b-hop bonus with a water parkour at the end. What the fuck? I'm sorry Koga, but I have to. Well, that bonus usually is a death sentence, but because he's a super nice guy, I'm gonna give him some sympathy bonus. F tier. Maz. Let's take a look at his banger maps. Out of his 7 added maps, I don't like one of them. Can you guess which one it is? Yeah, it's Intra. I hate going up those stupid ramps one by one. I didn't even bother with that one, just left. But look at those other maps, god fucking damn. Surf Fantasy, beautiful map. The attention to detail is astonishing. When talking about attention to detail, you gotta talk about Surf Embrace. Holy fuck, that map is straight up nuts. Such a variety of different rooms and themes, which is all explained when looking at the name of the map. Embrace stands for Extraterrestrial Material and Biological Research, Assessment and Conservation Enforcement. I'd rather not talk about how many takes it took me to say that.
I'd rather not talk about how many takes it took me to say that.
Embrace stands for Embrace stands for extraterrestrial. The map is just so jam-packed with the detailing and doesn't disappoint on the gameplay side either. It's too much for me to cover honestly, and it would deserve its own video. But for now, just go play the map and appreciate the time and effort that has gone into this. I noticed that the map Sequoia, fuck that map name by the way, I'm gonna call it Sec from now on, is getting a lot of shit because of the last spin. But I absolutely adore it. Sec is just a simple case of skill issue for most players. It's a good ass map and no one can tell me otherwise. But Maz, why on God's green earth is there no Mario stage on Surf Arcade, huh? What happened there? And no, the Donkey Kong one doesn't count. Missed opportunity, missed opportunity. Otherwise though, I love most of his maps. Except Intra, fuck Intra. And his stuff is premium content. S tier. Next up is Proxychains, and shit's about to get hot. He's got 2 maps released and one of them is Angst. Now Angst is a very beautiful map, but the gameplay is just not that good. It has a lot of interesting ideas though, and the map in total is most certainly not bad. But let's get to the juicy stuff already. Surf Agony. I swear on my life I have never seen such a beautiful creation ever before. Just look at these stunning visuals. This was a fucking contest map. This was done in a time constraint. I did not know that the Source engine could ever create such a beautiful looking map. The gameplay is also way better than on Angst. Still doesn't feel too great compared to most other maps, but it's way better. But why is the gameplay rather weak in the first place? Brings me to my next point. He is a B-hop mapper. He is a B-hop mapper. I am sorry, Proxychains, but some sins are unforgivable. Down to hell you go. I definitely didn't add Cabo to the list to just plug my Revolution video. No way that I'd do that. Revolution is actually a super nice map though. He also made Fielu, and it's a unit map. Now where do I place him with this information? He's got a good tech map and a bad unit map. Not because Fielu is bad, but because unit is bad. I guess Revolution comes with another map attached that is also tech, so gotta hand him the A tier. Razor Surf is a mapper that makes me feel the most twisted when judging his maps. And he's got a lot. I love Azerbus and I think it's a really good map. All of the stages are special in their own way and it's generally just fun to surf. Another banger by Razor is Cordelia, which makes my tech heart melt. Both Slice Final and Slice 2 are also really enjoyable maps that are just so satisfying to surf. For these maps I wanna put him in a high tier, but some of his maps cause me a lot of pain. Surf Thembrium. I fucking hate Thembrium. And then we've got Nightmare over here, where stage 5 can suck my dick, just like Shoria stage 5 can. And he's also done Syria again. For those maps I wanna put him into hell, but we'll settle for the middle, B tier. Streebree has got 3 maps in total. Devs is rather an unknown one, and I feel like it is severely underplayed. Sunny Happy Love is his magnum opus of course, and it's such a nice map with a variety of skips to perform to keep every skill level busy. We don't talk about the last map because I can feel the PTSD coming by just looking at the name. Streebree is also one of the few people that made mapping videos. Not only mapping videos, but videos in general. I remember watching his advanced surf tutorial back when I was getting my ass slapped by Surf Boreas. I know I'm going off topic, but please let the original Rapster come back from the dead. Streebree, come on, make some more videos. I miss them. A tier. Next up, Billy Tontu. He's made both Wastelands. Wasteland 2 is perfectly fine and enjoyable. So kind of is Wasteland 1, but the end flick on stage 3 makes me just die IRL. It's horrific. And yes, I know Pilly didn't make that stage, but he approved the stage, which makes him at least as bad as the creator of this stage. I also wanna talk shit because he criticized my map when he tested it back in the day and it hurt my feelings. So yeah, Pilly, the ramps probably were way too fucking steep and everything looked like shit because I didn't texture scale anything. But know what, huh? Payback time, baby. D tier. Next we have, myself. Am I a good mapper? Yeah, I'm pretty good. Devilo only has one map, so his rank is gonna be based on just simply one map. And I gotta say, I like the map. I really do. Except for this start section, this window snipe, this unclear route section, this right spin, this obstacle on the ramp, the weird flick up, the lack of depth perception here, and the end spin. Overall, A tier. Horsefeathers has bangers, just like Antimatter 1 and 2. I must say that I definitely prefer the first one, but both are great. This is the exact kind of detailing that I love, the simplistic style. Now everybody seems to love Clavius for some reason, and I have to disagree because I can't fucking beat it. And yes, it's not fair judging a map by how well I can do it, but I'm a pussy and I need to let my anger out somewhere. Fuck Clavius, love Antimatter. A tier. The next one is King Curtis, and I'ma keep it 100 with y'all. This motherfucker is built different. Soda City was his first map. This is his fucking first map. This here is one of mine. Yeah, I'm gonna quit Hammer and never come back. Also, Fractal is a really underrated map and it should be played a hell of a lot more. I like it a lot. Go play King Curtis's maps right now. This is a threat. The good tier. Prisonnightmare. I love his maps. Tranquil is so goddamn awful, the shit ramps flow really well. The gameplay is really sexy on this atrocious map and I definitely want to commit unalive when performing serve on these hella nice ramps. Secluded is another tight unit map. I hate these types of maps, man. They show everyone how much I suck at the game. What an unlucky day for Prisonnightmare. If I wouldn't be so goddamn shit at unit serve, his placement on this list would likely be a lot higher. Unfortunately though, I suck at unit. C tier. Last but not least, we have Spy Complex, who made my favorite surf map of all time. That map is Surf Replicant. It's so enjoyable to surf and I keep coming back to this map just to have fun and surf and relax for a bit. The gameplay is perfect for me. All of his other maps are good as well, but I personally dislike Zeitgeist. Cramped spaces, small ramps and tight gaps make me cringe. I made it my goal to beat every map of his, and that has been going pretty well so far. I thought I'd be able to do it soon, but there's one last obstacle I gotta cross. Surf Shodan is incredibly hard and even locking that map is hard for me. Maybe one day I'll get to finish that map. Maybe one day. The tech mapper gets an automatic S tier. Shoutouts to Sad Frown and Jimmy for helping me acquire some of the footage, and thank you Randy for helping me out with my terrible English. I appreciate you all very much. I also do cutting for Sad Frown, so if you wanna check him out, go do that. Link is in the description. Now please, dear viewer, do me a favor and gently fuck off.